My name is Jada.
Kai.
Liz.
And I'm Camille. Friends, how many of us have that?
Yes! Yeah.
That was good.
Oh my God. I mean, so it's gotta be a, what is it?
Hot Tita Summer.
Yo, what are you doing here? What are you doing? That's so crazy. We're literally about to start the episode. Is that what you care? Well, you might as well stay now because we're not going to let you go. I'm just kidding. Anyways, you got Jada.
Liz.
I'm Kai.
And I'm Camille.
And we're calling all Boss Babayas and Creative Kabayan.
To talk about what it means to be Tita.
I know I took a Tita break. It's time for you to take a Tita break.
And if you haven't already, I know we were taking out our trees last week, but let's take out our parkas because it's supposed to be a white Christmas.
Oh,
so
we
cold.
like that.
La Nina, as they said.
Yeah, seriously.
Malamig.
And don't forget
Soups
to like,
malamig.
subscribe, follow, all that fun stuff.
Comment,
on
share.
socials. Yeah.
Yes.
Tell
Well,
your friends.
welcome back, Kai.
Yeah, welcome back, Kai. You got all four Titas. We're stronger as a unit. You know, I like it when it's all four of us.
Honestly, when I was walking in, I was like, my heart was beating. Like it was like first day recording again. I don't know why that. You know when we like pause for summer and we're coming back?
Yes,
Like, that's how it felt.
Yeah.
But I'm back.
Yay!
And thank you guys for holding it down. You guys held it all the way down. Oh my gosh.
That's life. You roll with the punches.
I know.
Yeah.
Your Tita's got your back though.
Yes.
appreciate
You know
you
what else
guys.
the Titas got for you? We got a Filipino word of the day.
Yeah, you do.
Who's gonna drop it today?
I can say
Yeah, I
it.
can.
Drop it like it's hot.
Let me give it my best shot. Let me give it my best
yes.
shot. Me. Medyo busy,
Oh.
pero go lang. Medyo busy, pero go lang.
Oh.
Kinda busy, but let's do it anyway.
Oh.
Isn't that life?
It's
Medyo
go
busy,
time,
pero
right?
go long, yo.
Go long,
Oh.
Go long.
Go long.
I
Go
like that.
long. No, I'm
Go
just
long.
kidding.
Go
Medyo
long, go
busy, pero go long.
Medyo busy, pero
Medyo busy.
go
long. Medyo
long.
busy, pero go
I feel
long.
like that one can roll off the tongue
I
a little
think
bit
so too.
easier.
Yeah,
You know
go
what I
long
like?
is a good one. Just go
Yeah.
long.
Yeah.
Go long, yeah.
Let's
Can
do it
I
anyway.
just
I
say
also
one
like saying
thing?
pero.
I super appreciate that we skipped the word of the day and we like went right into phrases.
I love that.
Evolution.
Right?
Yes.
Challenge accepted.
Yes,
It's a faster
exactly. Look at
word.
us. Look at us.
Right? Because then we can just drop a little, phrase whenever we're in a Tagalog
Yeah,
situation.
Usually we're
Yes.
trying to like put words together.
That's and
Yes.
it's difficult. It's
Yeah.
more difficult.
And when
right?
we have a word, we'll use it grammatically. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like we're
yeah,
gonna
yeah.
insert the Tagalog word.
It's true.
Into a
Tanglish?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Like and
Your
without conjugating it. and
verses.
it's like,
I
like
like
when we
that we
say
have phrases.
when
yeah.
we say kababayans and it's like, ooh, it's mga kababayan. Like when you
Yeah,
pluralize
yeah, yeah,
something,
yeah.
right?
So
like
much
you
better.
have to.
Yeah.
It really rolls off the
We're
tongue
like
and throat.
so a fish.
Right?
I like that one.
Medyo busy, pero
busy.
Medyo
go
busy.
long.
Pero
Like I
go
could see
long.
it. I would genuinely use that in my
Yeah.
life. I feel like I'd say that too.
I feel like I would say
Yeah.
that.
Very relevant to the holidays. Very
Yes.
relevant to the holidays.
Pero like,
Very relevant to this last quarter of the year.
yes.
Yeah. Winding down. It's like the last leg.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's weird. Last
Yeah.
leg of crazy.
Last leg of crazy.
Last leg of hectic.
Literally.
Oh man.
Oh my gosh.
I can't even dive into that.
Yeah.
Yo, is everybody caught up to the ultimatum, or is that just me?
Yeah, I'm caught up.
I'm caught up.
my
Yeah.
God.
Oh my gosh.
Where do we start?
We're gonna talk about that. Wait, Kai, did you watch it?
Okay, so I seen
Kai.
wait. I seen the group messages, so I did put it on.
Okay.
I have watched it all 5 episodes.
Okay.
Twice.
Okay.
Oh,
So
but
you
as
double
background noise.
I knew you were gonna.
Okay, so you're
But
not
I'm
invested.
background.
You're not
Okay.
emotionally invested.
what are you?
I'm
Okay, so
painting.
you start the convo then. What are you drawn to? What are your
Initial
your
thoughts.
Initial
Yeah.
thoughts,
Having
or
listened
what
to it
Yeah,
without
from
the-
what you have.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, first of all, I have watched the other seasons.
not the.
Not the other seasons.
What I'm saying is, I'm not
I
like
watched the trailer.
I'm not unfamiliar with the show.
Yes.
Understood.
Yeah, no,
So
no,
you
for
get
sure.
the concept.
I get the
You
concept.
understand, yeah.
Love Nick Lachey always. Like they're really on like a mission
Yeah.
to find love for people.
I'm dead. Or they have an amazing contract with Netflix.
Yes.
What I will,
A little
what
bit
I
column A,
will
a little bit
say,
column B.
the one scene that really took me in, where I actually had to stop and look, is when they're at the table, they're doing the choosing.
Oh my goodness.
The amount of vulnerability everybody
Yes.
had.
Yeah.
To be able to speak
Yeah.
to whatever you're going through.
Yeah.
The things
Yeah.
that they were admitting and
Yeah.
saying.
If you have not watched The Ultimatum and you don't want any spoilers, you need to forward this part because we're about to jump in. And might I just say, like, I love Love is Blind, but The Ultimatum is like a next level and layer of just drama.
I think,
I love it.
I think
I
it's
love
also
it.
because they've been together.
Yo, there's so much, exactly.
the
There's so much
dynamics-
more history and more
Yes.
on the line.
There's a little bit more sincerity to it
Yes.
too.
No one's new to each other with the
Yeah.
exception of whoever you're choosing as your trial partner.
Yeah.
Which, oh my God.
It's interesting to see the maturity levels because there's
Yes.
especially in this season there's someone who's significantly older, someone that you would probably see on
Yes,
Love is
yes,
Blind,
yes,
right?
yes, yes.
And the person that I'm talking about is of course, what's his name? I don't even know.
I'm-
Is it Nick? It's Nick.
I don't know
Remember
their
Nick?
Which one's Nick?
Nick is the artist.
Oh.
No,
okay.
he's the oldest.
Yeah,
though. Yeah,
he's
yeah,
the
yeah.
oldest
yeah,
guy.
yeah.
With the
Yeah.
younger girl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was surprised to
Which she looks like one of the
to see him
girls
on there.
from.
Yes. Yes.
She looks like. Or is it Too Hot to Handle? She's from
Perfect
an-
match.
Or Perfect Match.
Oh, I don't watch
Match.
those.
I don't watch those.
Yeah.
I thought it was the same girl.
I
'cause
watch
you know
all the
Netflix
trash.
will have
yeah,
people
they
go from
I thought
different.
it was the
usually
same
go
girl,
from
too.
Love is Blind and Ultimatum to that show. I
Yeah.
think.
Yeah.
Anyways, that Vanessa, she looks like homegirl from Perfect Match.
I also
I
thought
literally
that.
thought they were the same person. But sorry to
Same
interrupt.
Oh, it's okay.
It's
Yeah,
fun.
Nick, the artist guy.
Yes.
That's who I was surprised to see on the show because I thought in my mind, there's like a certain age group that goes on Ultimatum, at least
Yes,
historically.
yeah, you're right.
So it was
yeah.
interesting to see him and how he's been acting on the show.
Mm-hmm.
He's been really intense.
Yeah.
What's her name? The quiet girl that I love. Oh my gosh.
Mariah.
Mariah.
Yes.
Mariah. When she was telling Sandy straight up, like,
Oh, my
yeah.
God.
He's not the
right?
one.
She's like, he
He's
is
not
not.
the one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's like, if you were to ask me if he's a husband, I
No.
would say absolutely not. He's not ready. He's emotionally immature. He's very explosive. Like she was just like, and she was so respectful in her communication and
Yeah.
her,
Yeah.
her
And for someone who
explanation.
is, Mariah's
She's
24.
24. She's
Yeah,
amongst
yeah.
the youngest.
Yes, I
right?
was.
She's the youngest.
Yeah.
Are we
Yeah.
talking about the guy that talks to his girlfriend very rudely?
No, that
the
one's
older
Scotty.
One,
Are
the
you talking about
artist.
Scotty?
Yeah.
But yeah, that guy
But yeah,
too?
no, the artist.
Yo,
he's like
the-
tall blonde dude with
That
perfect
scene was
match.
Yeah,
look
dirty
like.
blonde. He was
Yeah.
painting. I guess you didn't see it.
Yeah.
You were listening.
I-
Totally thought of you, by
He
the
was,
way.
yeah, I was
Yeah,
like,
me
okay,
too.
Kai. Like,
It was playing while I was painting.
oh, it's
There
funny.
you go.
He was also
Funny enough.
painting his
Yes.
emotions.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You gotta
that's-
paint your emotions.
Yeah, that's one very small piece of the puzzle.
Oh
Yeah.
my goodness. Oh my.
Yeah.
And then who is it? Is it teacher? No. Jr.
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 Oh,
yeah.
With Sandy.
Yeah.
I-
So the
Oh.
artist's girlfriend or ex-girlfriend
Yeah.
is now with JR. They're coupled up.
Yeah.
The one that he cooked for her and then she came to help him cook?
Yes.
Yes, that one.
That couple.
The really fit guy.
Yeah,
I heard
the fit
with the
couple.
braids, with
yeah,
the
yeah,
braids.
Yeah. John
That seems
Robert or
like
something.
his he seems very superficial with his desire for her.
Yeah. But they claim that they've gotten deep in their conversations, though.
It
so.
doesn't sound very deep
Yeah.
to me.
They're giving passion.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
feel
yeah.
like
Yeah.
Like
it's giving
attraction
I
and
think it's
passion. Lust.
It's
Yeah.
giving lust,
Yeah.
and y'all are excited. He
And it's
mentioned that
fresh.
he's never dated a white girl before, so
Yeah,
like
he kinda
that's really
emphasized that
exciting
point,
him.
Yeah.
But I think at the first mixer, he was one of the first people to open up. I feel like that was one of the most vulnerable, like that was one of the
Fair,
first vulnerable
yeah.
stories that we heard. He's like, we grew up poor, like,
Yeah.
you know, all this stuff. So I never want to be like that or whatever he was
Yeah.
saying.
Yeah.
And then she was like, yeah, we grew up so differently. Like I'm from the OC, like, you know, or whatever.
Yeah.
She sounds very
So
OC.
Very
Yeah.
interesting. Very interesting dynamic.
Very
and
OC.
he met her parents.
Yeah.
And
Her mom, yeah,
Yo!
yeah.
her mom and her friends or sister, whoever, like,
Yeah.
he,
Yeah.
like her inner circle, like,
Inner circle.
They're definitely leaning into the like, we're married. This
Yeah.
trial marriage.
Yeah, yeah,
Which
they're
I
really
mean,
like
serious
he's calling
about
her
it.
his wife.
yeah.
he
like,
went to go
very
like
much
defend
so.
her when like Nick was
Yeah,
like
yeah,
banging
yeah,
on
yeah,
the door
yeah.
and all that stuff.
But were you guys surprised? So like that was crazy. But
Yeah,
were
I
you
wasn't expecting
surprised at
that.
what she said to Zaina, his ex,
Yes.
when they were meeting, when
Yes.
they
I
had
was
dinner?
very
Yes.
shocked.
Right?
Yeah.
Acting like that she's not interested
She's
in
like,
him.
I'm doing it for you.
Yeah.
No,
I'm doing
no.
all these things for you.
She chickened out. She didn't know what she was gonna say. She was scared, and then she was in front of you. So you're like, I'm gonna play the friend card.
Yeah.
It's
I don't know.
Interesting
Yeah.
for
That's so
sure. 'Cause
manipulative.
She hasn't been as vocal about her attraction to him. She's like, yeah, he's sexy, but he's not like he's slapping her butt. And all this
Yeah.
stuff. She's not really doing those things. She's like, I want to be pursued, and then they kissed.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah.
So like these little things, and I'm like, is she playing a game here? Like, what is she? Anyways,
goodness.
Yeah, yeah. It's just interesting that
Are you guys locked in?
As we are,
Let me eat
because
this
oh
little,
man, who else is there?
Yeah.
There's Dave and Chanel. Scotty, I feel like is gonna get worse. he's definitely
has
the
red
He's the
flags,
rude
man.
one?
He's definitely
he's
with
the
the
rude
curly
one.
hair. He's definitely the
Yeah,
let
yeah.
me get the last word.
I think he's
type
gonna
of
walk
guy,
away
type
single.
of energy.
Yeah, he's rude.
I
He's
think
gonna
so.
walk away
I
I'm
single,
think
yeah.
sorry, but for us to be in like, I think it was the second episode or the
Mm-hmm.
third episode, and like it was her first initial reaction to seeing you with someone else, which obviously is going to be emotional.
Of course.
For you to talk to her like that,
Yeah.
that is terrifying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is
Yeah.
terrifying, and it is like such a scope of how he talks to her behind closed
I
doors.
feel like he turns up.
Oh, yeah.
like an emotional abuse.
No.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It was
Like,
giving
even
that vibe.
That
Yeah.
day when he was
It
like,
was.
he was stressed
Totally.
from work, and he was like, "You ate without me." Like,
Oh, that was
Ew.
I
something
get it.
else.
Why are you
I
acting
would've
like
been,
that?
Maybe I would have
Why
been
are you
upset, but the way he was like ready
Getting at
to
her, this
kind
is
of
not what I want in a trial wife and a trial marriage. And
Yeah,
all that.
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
no, yeah.
Go eat your dinner, sir. Leave me alone. What are you doing?
I think that he could have conveyed the exact same message in a lighter tone and
Oh,
different words.
100%.
He was
Nah,
terrifying.
he's
Yeah.
intense. I feel like,
Like when
he's
I
gonna
heard
turn
that,
up.
I looked and I was like,
He's a
I'm
light
sorry.
switch.
Didn't you guys just
He
Yeah.
kind of gives me spoiled brat vibes.
Oh, for sure.
Only child?
With-
Yeah.
He also mentioned he was used to getting validated a lot when he was younger,
Oh, I
growing
see.
up,
Right.
and I don't know. Yeah.
he ain't all that.
No. he's
Oh
not
man,
At all.
And
this
that
one
attitude
feels
makes it
good.
worse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This season feels good.
Very. Do you guys have a favorite couple or anyone that you're rooting for, or a favorite guy?
Yeah.
Girl?
Mariah and
Yeah.
they seem like they're going to be good. Like he was very respectful.
Oh, Mariah
Caleb.
and
Yeah.
Caleb.
Yeah.
I really like
Oh
Caleb.
man, I really like Caleb.
He's
now.
awesome.
He grew
Yeah.
on me. He grew on me.
Just like he grew
But I'm-
on that girl.
What's
I
her-
know.
Aria? Is it
Trying
Aria?
to move
She
in.
is.
She's
She's
trying
on
to move
it,
in
yeah.
on that guy.
Yeah.
She's on
Straight
it.
up.
Not that just like
man.
he grew on her.
Yeah. And he put a whole like a
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like, no, I wouldn't
no,
say that.
she's
No.
my friend.
Yeah.
And bye.
Friendship, friendship,
Yeah,
friendship.
that's it.
And he said from jump, he's like, I'm just leading with respect for both of them, for Arya
Yes.
and Mariah.
Yes.
Like, I don't want them to.
I like
be,
that guy.
You
Yeah.
know,
Cool
he's
guy.
really nice guy, man.
Yeah,
Nice
I like
guy,
him. Yeah,
He's
yeah.
like he's very guy next door. Like
Yeah.
Yes.
So sweet.
But yeah, very curious who he's gonna.
Picketh?
yeah. What's
I don't
gonna
know.
happen?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Do you think anyone is going to end up together, whether it's a new love or an old love? Or,
What's her name? Micah and his girl, which is what's her name?
Oh, Chanel. Yeah. Well, they left. So
They left. I
Oh,
feel
yeah, yeah,
like
they
I
left.
feel like they started and they're like, just kidding.
yeah.
he was crying at the
Yeah.
choosing. He's
Yeah.
like, "This is for real, my best friend. Like,
Yeah,
I will
yeah.
kill you.
Yeah,
It was like
If you
borderline
I did
threat.
Don't have her
that.
ass out." I was
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I don't even know what that means,
Yeah.
but don't do it.
But I
Yeah.
low-key appreciate that.
You know?
Like,
Yeah,
It was
that
very sweet.
speech made me look.
yeah,
bawling. He was
yeah.
bawling.
They were cute.
Yeah.
I like them.
Do you
man.
know, fun fact,
Yes.
if from the old season, Roxanne married, they finally got married.
Oh, the one with the
Yeah.
shashuka?
The guy that
Oh, no,
gave
I'm
her
thinking
an
of Love Bunny.
ultimatum,
Yeah, and she was not having it.
she was not
Roxy,
having it.
she's
Roxy.
Why
I don't
not?
remember.
They got
Yeah.
married last month.
Like, well, that's good.
Roxy.
Yeah.
Yeah, she kind of looks like Sandy. She kind of has a similar vibe, but she's less. She's more aggressive. Or
Very
there's more
aggressive.
like
very
she's
alpha.
very out there.
She
yeah.
was definitely alpha.
Oh yes, I forgot about
I didn't-
her.
yeah, I
They
didn't
got
really-
married.
I hope
Oh,
she figured it out.
nice.
Yeah, sometimes
I didn't like her that
nice.
much.
I mean,
not gonna lie.
yeah.
I didn't like her attitude. I liked her style, but I also I can apprappreciate
Things girls
like
say.
people, I can appreciate people just doing it by their own timeline.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Maybe
yeah,
that
for
show
sure.
opened up a new spectrum for them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I thought it was really nice.
Seemed like a
That's
nice
nice.
guy. He
Yeah.
was all for her.
He really loved
only
her. He
for
was
her.
really heartbroken.
Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
ride or die for that girl.
Yeah.
He was.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
glad they figured it out.
Love
And that
always
she's nicer
wins,
to him, I hope.
guys.
Straight up, I didn't like her
No,
last
no,
season.
she was not nice to him.
Yeah, it was very bad. But
I'm just like it's just I don't know. I don't know how. I don't know what would lead people to put their relationship on the line like
Agreed.
that.
Agreed.
But it's very entertaining.
Yeah.
Do they get paid? They don't get paid. They're
not
just
off the bat.
I don't
no.
think so.
Or I guess it's like your
Depends.
popularity
Yeah.
and then whatever
Yeah.
you can
The
land after the
endorsement.
show.
Yeah,
and
I think
endorsements.
so.
Fair enough.
Because
but
then you become like an influencer.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
totally.
opportunities
exactly.
with Netflix
Which I
going
think
forward.
majority
Yeah.
of them low key kind of already are have some
Before
form
going
of.
in there.
If Lauren and Cameron just want to put it out there, if you guys make a Christmas movie, I'm
Love them.
watching it. I love you guys.
Locking in.
I just feel like putting it on social media is even big. To put it on TV,
Yeah. And like maybe that's what
post-production?
set in for those couples that left, because there was 2 couples that left
Yeah, yeah.
simultaneously.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
it's a lot.
It's too much. It's too
Yeah.
much, man.
Yeah, they're like, what is
Psych.
this? Yeah. All right. We're going to talk about what's happening in the city. And per usual, I'm going to open things up with a conversation around real estate and what's happening in the Canadian economy.
Yes.
So today, December 11th, I know when you watch this, it'll probably be the 12th or later, but there was actually a rate announcement. Bank of Canada did a rate announcement today. So there was another reduction in interest rates. Key interest rate was cut by 50 basis points, and it's now sitting at 3.25, which is the lowest it's been in a while.
0.25.
Yeah. Yeah.
Crazy.
And they're still calling for potential cuts in the new year. Some of the things that we're hearing, though, is not so good for the economy because, as you may have heard, the Canadian dollar has fallen, right? So right now, I think we're sitting at 70 cents, hovering around 70 cents against the U.S. dollar, right? And that's not far off from the all-time low in 2002, which was 6.17
oh
or
my
something like that.
God. I forgot about
Sorry,
that.
I forgot about that
0.617.
completely.
Yeah, so we're not too far off. And they're saying, a lot of headlines out there, but, Trump is saying that he's going to put tariffs, which are taxes,
Yeah.
on imports that are coming in.
That is crazy.
For those who don't know, he did amend the NAFTA agreement when he was last in office to be the U.S.-Mexico-Canadian agreement, so USMCA.
Yeah.
And in that, he's able to add these tariffs because he's saying that there's an emergency. He's saying that there are too many drugs coming from Canada and Mexico. So that's his excuse, and that's how he's able to raise these tariffs.
Oh, wow.
And this is higher. He's saying, I think, 25% or something like that. Whereas previously during his campaign, he was saying it was going to be like 10, 15%.
Oh, wow.
So that could potentially have some negative impact on us in the new year. So as much as, it's great to hear that for some people that we have lower interest rates in terms of the Canadian economy, especially with GDP being low, like we're not producing enough.
Yeah.
And unemployment being at an all-time high, 6.6%, I believe, was the last update. There's just a lot of things to consider, right? Like,
sure.
We can't just look at that one number. There are a lot of different things. And what people want to see around the world, what investors want to see, what Canadians want to see is a strong, resilient dollar, which we're not showcasing right now.
Yeah.
Right? So, and can you imagine I know everyone's really feeling the weight of prices right now, but if those tariffs come into place, we are anticipating, and it's been announced in the news, they're saying that there's probably going to be an increase in groceries next year.
Yeah. That's. Yeah.
I got.
So I'm going to start gardening.
Listen,
That's gonna affect the Canadian
Groceries are already such a pain. Like,
Yeah.
my goodness.
I know.
I'm
little
a price
disappointing to hear,
matcher.
but-
I'm like an avid go to different grocery stores to get the best deal, girl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My God.
Listen, if you don't have a Costco membership and you don't need one, maybe pair up with some friends and get it.
I was
and
just
split
about to
up
say,
stuff,
yeah.
just to kind of save
That's
up
a
a
good
little
strategy.
bit.
Find your
for
Costco
sure.
Right,
link.
just like
yeah.
little things
Yeah.
like that, right? And a Costco membership can be shared. I see friends shopping at Costco sometimes. It's a really good idea. They have
Yeah.
great deals
Oh.
all the time.
Yeah,
Fun
sure.
fact, if you don't have a membership, I heard that you could potentially just buy a Costco gift card.
You can get a gift
and then
card.
you can go in and then
True.
use it.
Really?
Absolutely. Yeah. If you're not
Oh.
sure,
Like if you don't
wanna
want
try
the
it out,
membership or whatever, you
So
can buy a gift card.
Get
so.
them for your friends this Christmas.
There you
Yeah,
go.
yeah,
Oh,
that's
Christmas
a-
idea.
Listen, guys, groceries is a gift.
It is a
Actually.
gift. It is a
It is a gift,
It is, yeah.
and it is an appreciated gift.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's an important gift.
Thanks, mom and dad, always.
Sustenance.
Oh, do you guys
Yeah.
want to hear a fun, random, but somewhat related?
Always.
Fun what is it, Kris Kringle gift.
Yeah.
That's budget friendly. They did a Filipino breakfast.
Oh.
Because you know how you celebrate on Christmas Eve, so they're like, here you go, breakfast in the morning, and it was like
nice.
longanisa,
Yeah,
I like that.
and eggs. Yeah,
I
it
love
was a whole
that. Some
Like-
bulbs of gargle.
Like an
garlic.
individual.
Gargle.
Like
Garlic?
an individual box? Is it cooked or no?
No, it wasn't
Oh, it's like
cooked. It was like
frozen,
everything was in
frozen.
the
Make it
bag.
yourself.
It's what you need for the
Oh.
next morning. Yeah. But I was like, oh,
Okay.
that was a creative
Oh, that
idea.
is
Yeah.
cute.
That's
With
a
like
really
a
good
salted
idea.
egg
Yeah,
and like a
spam.
tomato.
Yeah.
I love how we brought it from like whatever to food.
grocery.
Like that was
Back to food.
perfect.
I know.
I
that
mean,
was
Because of
perfect.
grocery. Because
Yeah,
grocery.
it was
brand.
good. It was really
Sorry,
good.
with the
We're
increase
consistent.
of
No one
groceries.
can segue like we can. No one can segue like we can.
Oh,
Just
you want
throwing
to
it out
segue to
there,
food? No
right? No
problem.
problem. We got you.
I feel like we
So
always
creative.
segue to food.
Canadian economy woes.
And food. Yeah.
We're
Cue the it log.
consistent.
Squirrel
We're
brain.
consistent.
Oh,
I
man.
love it. I
Actually,
love
I've been craving pho a lot lately. I've been thinking of you guys.
Yeah,
It's been a
the
while.
weather. It's
Yeah, it
the
has
weather
been
for
a while.
sure.
Yeah,
as
it's
well.
been a while.
We've been good at like not eating out too much.
Yes.
Yeah. Well,
Yes.
Even if I wanted to.
In this economy.
It is economy.
Did you hear what Camille just shared with us,
I know,
guys?
support local.
Yes. Yeah.
No, but like I just want to tie it up by saying, like, you know, now's the time to really think about those things. Like, I don't know how old the viewers are that are watching, but for the most part, I know they're somewhat in our age range.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just think about where your life's going in the next 10 years. Do some estate planning, do some wealth planning, you know, do some real estate planning. Like, there's so many things that you can do to help bolster your income. That's all I got to say about that, really. Just it's time to look at what you can do.
Give it up for work with Cam.
Let your money work for you.
And then you want to
You work
update,
so
you
hard.
come back next week.
Yes.
This is how it works.
Yeah. She always got the good. Come
Oh,
back.
man. And other news, what's happening else in the city?
Yeah, what else?
Titas? Titans?
I've been under a rock, so I feel like you guys would know more.
You can get into it, Jay. I can talk about mine next week because it's kind of long. So don't worry about it.
Why? No.
It's
Tell
fine.
us
It's
everything.
fine. No, it's fine.
That's a perfect thing to talk about, actually, considering
Really?
what I just shared.
You think so?
Definitely. People
Oh, yeah.
need to get
Yes.
on it.
Yes.
They really need to get on it.
Okay. I mean, are you sure?
Please, please.
Okay. Well, basically, I was just sharing with the ladies here that I've been having some recent conversations with some clients about their job search activity and how it's really very challenging right now. So, an alternative that I've proposed to my clients
Right.
is to consider volunteering.
Oh, your mic.
Oh, my mic?
Yeah.
Oh, you cannot hear? Oops,
Yeah,
sorry.
sorry.
Okay. And so just in an effort to kind of improve their skill sets, gain more experiences, network with people, I've encouraged my clients to start volunteering and actually do some free work because I'm such a big advocate of people doing volunteer and giving their time and talent strategically, of course, not to
Yes.
just give it away for free to anybody, but
Yeah.
if you're trying to achieve a certain goal,
Yeah.
you know, if you're trying to get that promotion, if you're trying to land that new partnership in business, it's always a good idea to kind of just show off what you can do, right? And go above and beyond. And so I just wanted to touch on quickly, like, what are kind of the benefits of doing things for free? Because nowadays, nobody, well, not nobody, but people don't want to just give away things for free, which I understand because everybody, you know, wants to be paid for their value. But again, it's all about strategy, right? So if you're trying to climb that corporate ladder or again, land that like amazing business deal, it's always important to make the right connections. So just to quickly share, okay, so these are like the key reasons why it's very important to volunteer and give some of your time away. Building your network. Volunteering connects you with professionals and organizations in your field. These connections can lead to mentorship, referrals, future job opportunities. Gaining experience. It allows you to develop hands-on skills and build a portfolio. Get real-world experience in certain industry. Because, you know, it's a very competitive market out there. So just to be able to apply for a job is not that easy. But if you're able to volunteer your time for something and be able to show off your skill set, you can get that experience that you need to put on your resume to then make you marketable for that job. Number 3, showing your work ethic. There's nothing more important than showing your work ethic. Anyone can say who they are on a resume, but it's
Facts.
more important to show who you are, what you do, your skills, and, you know,
Commitment
your character,
level.
your commitment, everything like that. And, showing is believing, right? Another thing is learning new skills. Volunteering allows you to explore new skills and really be able to deep dive into maybe new talents that you didn't even know existed. That can help propel you to a new career, a different career. Another reason is if you've been out of a job for a long time, it's a really great opportunity to fill in your resume gap. It's like, it shows employers, future employers, that you're able to be productive and constructive with your time, and that you're really investing your time into certain things that will help enable you get to your goal faster. And then again, volunteering is a really great opportunity to test new career paths. And you don't know, it's so hard to switch from doing something for a very long time and then doing something new without having to start from the bottom. So while you are working in your current job and you're interested in maybe doing like production, right? It would be just give a little bit of your time, show your skills, because everybody who has a job also has a special skill and a talent that necessarily they haven't tapped into yet. Yeah. So volunteering is a great opportunity not only to tap into that, but to shine and show future employers wherever you're trying to reach your career goal that you can do all these things. So yeah.
Beautiful.
Give your time.
Thank you.
And I'm a big
So
advocate
valuable.
for volunteering. Thank you for sharing
Yes.
that. I volunteer a lot of my time, and the people that I meet in my volunteer endeavors, I would probably never meet on a
Right.
regular day
Yeah.
on my regular path. So it's really connected me to a lot of great people. So thank you for sharing that, because
Amazing.
that's
Yeah,
it's vital. It's
vital. Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Very
yes.
valuable.
You never know who you're going to meet along the way.
Yeah.
100%.
And that person can change your life. So
Literally.
Facts.
Yeah.
Facts.
volunteer. And we're back to our favorite segment, Am I Bastos?
All right.
Are you busted?
Let's go.
Okay. So today's
Medyo busy pero go lang.
She did that.
Okay. Caught me off guard. That's good. That was good.
She was feeling it the first time you said it. She was like, oh, okay.
I feel good.
That's awesome. All right.
Okay.
So, would I be bastos for not seeing my parents over the holidays because they're controlling?
Hala.
Sige.
Take a deep breath, okay?
Spicy.
Take a deep
We
breath.
need context.
Right?
Yeah,
Okay. So, hi everyone. Before we get into the question, a little bit of background here. My fiance and I will be getting married in the next few months and are paying for and organizing our DIY wedding ourselves.
Okay.
Everything from picking our venue to renting all the necessities and having wonderful friends helping out with the food and music because they're in the food and music industries.
Nice.
Perfect.
Well, this is an exciting time for my fiance and I. My parents have tried to seize control and turn to bullying tactics in order to get what they want. For example, my dad has started treating me like one of his employees and sending me lengthy emails about how we need to invite his friends and he will invite them no matter what. LOL, delusional. He then went on to write how he's so upset that my uncle, who I'm not super close with and who's been divorced 3 times, should marry us instead of my fiance's sister, and how my cousin's daughters should be in the wedding instead of my fiance's nieces and nephews. I love my cousins and their daughters, but they have no interest, and we're also not as close to them as the nieces and nephews, who we see multiple times per year.
Okay.
I immediately called him on the phone, and he proceeded to say that it's his that it's his and my mom's wedding as much as ours, and responded to me as a little girl for sticking up for myself and
No,
mentioning
stop,
that if
I
he
can't.
truly believes it's his wedding, then he should just renew his vows.
Oh my God.
My mom is not better either.
Allah.
Months before, she's tried to control the wedding list by writing her own list, of which my fiance and I tried to hear her out, but responded, "It's our wedding, and if there's room after our friends get an invite, then we'll consider yours." She's also tried to tell my future mother-in-law what kind of dress color she should wear, in which I went ballistic because she should never tell someone else what to wear, especially if it's not her event.
Oh my gosh, that's crazy.
She cares deeply about optics and how she'll be perceived, while my fiance and I just want to have a fun and chill celebration with family and friends. Okay, this is the last little bit here.
I just hear exhaling across the board.
Okay, so here's my question. With the holidays coming up and my fiance's family and my family living near each other, would I be bastos for not seeing my parents? It's been months of unpromised unprompted messages and lengthy emails from them, and they don't respect our wishes. I've been getting extreme anxiety thinking about seeing them and re-explaining how upset I am. They just blow up and don't listen. Note, every year with going back, I get anxious because they always say wild comments and are judgmental. In a larger setting with others, they try to play it cool and put on a fake Midwestern nice. It's the holidays and it's shitty to be leaning towards not seeing them, but I'm not sure what else to do. My brother also doesn't travel to see them because of similar issues he's had. Would I be bastos?
Damn. Okay, let's take a minute
Yeah.
to let that marinate.
Soak it in, yeah.
Yeah.
Cause
That's tough. That's tough because
Holidays and family is tough.
it's
protecting
very
your
tough.
peace and dealing with your family is
tough. It's
very
tough.
hard waters to
Yeah.
navigate sometimes, depending on characters, right? As well. Or sorry, not
and
the characters, like personalities.
There's so many people involved.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like it's holidays and it's wedding. Like,
Yeah.
That's like
Uh-huh.
I don't even know how those two.
Yeah.
It's not even it's Christmas.
Yeah.
The
And
holiday.
The holiday of holidays.
Especially, if
Yeah.
we Filipinoize this
Yeah.
too. Like,
Yeah.
let's pretend it's happening to you. Like,
Yeah.
what are you doing
Yeah.
in that type of situation? And what's difficult for me is that, like, when I think Christmas and my family values, like, even if we're angry, it's like we're still gonna hang out together. Like, that was what I was raised on, right?
Yep.
But as I get older, as an adult, I totally understand and respect protecting your peace. And, you know, she's gone through a lot. I don't knock her for, you know, taking the space, because she's not saying, oh, I hate my mom and dad. Like, I just can't do this holiday with you and fake it, you know, this year. Right? I don't think it's indefinitely.
Sounds like it's really wearing her down.
Yeah, right. And it's like, look at, okay, first of all, life is stressful. Now you're planning a wedding. And DIY at that too. If anything, sometimes I feel like that there's more things to, like,
It's more
take care of.
stressful.
Yeah, it is.
More
It can be more stressful. And then, like, you just want your family and your loved ones to be happy for you, you know? So now to be dealing with this drama, that's difficult.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
And I think it's also very challenging because that's her parents.
Yeah.
And it's, for me, I don't know. Like, we don't know how deep their relationship
Yeah,
is,
exactly.
right?
Fair.
For me, even if I'm the most angry, I could never not want to make peace with my parents, because at the end of the day, it's like the holidays, my wedding, like, all of this doesn't matter if one day my parents are gone. But that's my relationship with my parents. And I literally like to live my life with no regrets with anybody. So it's really ultimately, like, one, your relationship with your family and your parents, and two, what could you live with? Could you live with the fact that you don't see them on the holidays?
Right.
For me, I couldn't. So
Yeah. You know what? It's so interesting because I was actually reflecting about this concept this morning, where it's just like, you know, there's a difference between forgiveness and there's a difference between forgiveness and reconciliation, right? Because, like, I can forgive someone. I don't need someone to apologize to me who has wronged me,
Facts.
disrespected me,
Yeah.
for me to forgive them. It's very easy for me to forgive.
yeah.
But reconciliation is a two-party system.
For sure, for
Right?
sure.
You and the other person need to be able to come
Reconcile,
together
yeah.
and work together at it, right? But that's not always within your control. And you know, at the risk of being getting religious about it, you know, I'm Catholic. Like, it says in the Bible to, as far as you can control, live peaceably with others. And I really, truly try.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, I cannot control what other people do,
Yeah.
as much as I would love to.
Yeah.
yeah.
But you cannot.
Yeah, you
right?
cannot.
So I feel two ways about it, because I agree with you 1,000%. Like, if it's my parents, like, no,
Yeah.
you're coming. you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
I also
Regardless.
don't think they would ever treat me like this. So that's a little
Yeah,
different
that's
too,
true.
right?
I don't think my
Yeah.
parents
That's
would
the
ever
reality.
fair
They would
enough.
never treat me. I did get married. I did have, you know.
Yeah.
And there was none of this.
Yeah.
None of this. And I know that's not the same for all of us. So, you know, forgive me. And I'm sorry if that's happening to you. But, you know, that's just not my reality. And I would absolutely love my mom there. And, you know, with all the illnesses that have been in my family, deaths and all this stuff, like, I just don't play that game.
For sure.
But with that being said, you know, I have been in situations where parental figures, I cannot.
Yeah.
I've had to make that tough choice.
Yeah.
Because the disrespect is high. And I can't control that.
Yeah.
There's nothing I can do. I forgive them. I love them.
Yeah.
But I cannot. I have enough on my plate.
Yeah.
You can still love from afar, right? It doesn't say the
Like,
love
there's
is
no,
not
there's no hate.
non-existent.
There's no,
Yeah.
you know, I just, maybe one day, whenever they're ready, we can come to the table and,
For sure.
and
Yeah.
break bread. But until that moment, I'm
Yeah.
separating myself.
Yeah.
I've had to separate myself.
It takes real strength to love from a distance too.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah,
like
you're right. You're right.
does.
As Camille just stated, like, you don't it's easy for us to say that because we've had the luxury of maybe being in these foundations with our parents that were loving and you know, but like you don't know how maybe other siblings or how some of your family members are navigating their upbringing, and maybe that separates ties, and it's something that you can't necessarily understand. And the holidays is so difficult, so I can only imagine like a union of love. But I think it's easy on the outside to be like, yeah, I could never.
For sure.
But then you also have to consider that you don't know what that person's going through, what kind of mental health, what kind of, you know, even for her parents, like what makes them that way.
Exactly.
For sure.
Yeah.
You know, like the context, right? Like there's so much to unpack, and exactly what you said, you can only really navigate personally not having regret.
For sure.
Like do what you can do. Control what you can do. But as far as the other person's concerned, there's only so much.
I would love for our family to be all together on Christmas.
Of course.
Of
course.
To not do that, like I think for anyone to even consider that is such a huge decision. It's not an easy one to make. It's not like, I'm going to be spiteful. None of this sounds spiteful. I'm hearing the exhaustion. I have felt that exhaustion, you know, having to go to family functions where like, just no, I get it. I get it. So, no, I don't think that you're bastos.
If she doesn't go. I think it's a personal choice.
Yeah.
You just got to decide, can I live with that decision of not seeing my parents?
For Christmas.
And there's so many like answers to that. Like how close are you to them? What is the content? Like also we don't even know, like maybe it's been years of this
The
kind of
trauma could be
relationship.
so real.
Because she said her brother also experienced
Exactly.
Exactly.
And
I think you always want to champion togetherness. You want to champion family,
peace, love, all that.
but you're always gonna also eventually hit that line, right?
Where you
or that
choose
boundary.
yourself.
Exactly. You can only go so far. So we don't think you're bastos. We hope everything works out. Love up on your family. Don't take your family for granted.
And love from a distance.
And loving from a distance and taking space is okay. There's still, the love is still strong.
The love is still there. I think we need to do a little bit more. Am I the bastos? Am I bastos?
I love it too much.
Yeah.
It's really good. Okay. All right, let's get into it.
Let's go.
I hope
So, would I be bastos if I, a 45-year-old male, continue swearing with a kid, 14-year-old male?
Keeps what?
Continue
Swearing?
Yeah.
Okay.
With a 14-year-old? Okay.
Context. I want to preface this by saying I'm not a good person. I'm an old dude that's done terrible things throughout my life, and only now I've started to turn over a new leaf. It was a combination of how I grew up, the people I grew up around, and the prejudice basically everyone had against me because of my family history. Anyways, to put it simply, I have a movie-esque friendship with some annoying-ass 14-year-old kid that started as an altercation outside my home. He's the exact opposite of me, in all honesty. As I've gotten to know him better, I've found that we actually share something in common, that being we are both heavily neglected by our parents, which is why I feel so attached to the kid. The difference being, in this case, was that my parents hated my guts, and his parents are just busy with whatever they have going on. He comes by my place often, and we just shoot the shit talking outside on my porch. One time we talked until it was pitch black. As you can tell, I very much enjoy these conversations with him. I feel like for once, I actually have some kind of wisdom to share with someone. Sounds like that old bitter man in the movie.
Yeah. It's giving Big Brother.
It is.
He's like, hard exterior with a heart full of gold. Right? Like that guy.
I've been invited over for for dinner a couple of times by his parents. They are nice enough. His parents had a bit of a chat with me, saying that they appreciate me giving attention to their son, but they really do not like the fact that I am swearing in front of him and in front of them as well. They admit to me that he doesn't have many friends, and the way I speak is not a good impression to make on a child. So next time he came by my place, I made sure to tell him that swearing like a sailor is not okay and should only be done with close friends. He said he knows when and when not to swear and to continue on as normal. I felt a bit bad. He's a kid, and his parents directly told me to cut out the swearing. But would I be bastos if I continue to do so? I could stop, but I won't lie. Swearing is a big part of my vocabulary, and it feels unnatural to me and sometimes awkward when I can't speak comfortably.
He's like, this is who I am.
This is who the I am.
Yeah. Talk about no.
That's funny.
We
F's
noticed,
given.
yeah, you didn't use too many swear words in this one.
Yeah.
I mean, you can
Quite
go,
a few S-bombs, but
When I heard you say shit, I was like, oh my God, Camille said shit.
I'm dying inside. It's like a tiny paper cut, like, inside.
It's
so.
forcing me to say it.
I know, right? I'm doing it for the show.
Yeah.
But yeah, so what do you think? Would he be bustos if he continued to, just continue to talk as normal without go on.
I'll actually just chirp in because 2 weeks ago when I was on site, I met a man. He was one of the tradesmen, and every other word, as like we introduced ourselves, he was like sharing what he was doing. Every other word was the F-bomb.
Oh.
And
One of those.
like to the point where I actually had to call it out because if the interaction was quick, I would be like, yeah, whatever. But like 5 minutes in, I was like, you swear a lot.
He's literally that man.
No.
Maybe it's him.
Oh my God.
Is this you?
Harold, I'm sorry.
Misconnections.
Oh my gosh.
So I actually called it out because I was just like, okay, there's like so many other words you could use. So I was like, you swear a lot. He was like, oh yeah, that's just how I talk. I'm not like mad. It's just like, it's like how I emphasize.
Gosh, yeah.
And I'm like, for someone who could say emphasize.
Yeah,
like,
like,
Yeah.
you could have used another word.
So it's funny you say that. So I told him, I go, I grew up in a household where like that was like a no-no.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, like, I like a periodical F-bomb. Don't get it wrong. I think it's needed sometimes to emphasize, underline, all that. But there's so many words in the English dictionary. And as someone who is now become like someone he's looking up to, I feel like you should take that. And because you sound so proud of that factor, you should take that responsibility and kind of bring it to another level, you know, because he's going to emulate you. So why not broaden the vocabulary?
Yeah. Go ahead, Liz. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I don't know.
As a parent.
I have no.
Actually, yeah, I would love to hear your opinion as a parent. Like, what if you were the parent asking them to like chill on the
swearing
cousins?
a lot.
Well, the thing is, like, his parents are so absent. Like, so it's like you're not even setting a good example yourself by being not present.
Very fair.
So you basically. He's basically chosen this man to be like his, like, not parent,
He's
but like
gravitated
his
towards it
company.
because
Yeah.
of exactly.
And like, who are you to be like, okay, don't like to talk to them, but this is the man that's kind of, this is like kind of, he's being a little bit endearing by hanging out with him and showing him some care and that, so.
Providing space.
I mean, I guess you could like lessen the F-bombs, but.
also, especially too as a male, and the teenage years are so formative for
He's 14,
males,
right?
Yeah.
That's a major
that is a
year.
exactly.
year.
So it's like
14 with no friends.
Yeah. But I think if the context of their.
I told you, we do it every episode, guys. It's reflex,
but if the context of their conversations is like positive and whatever, and all he's just doing is dropping F-bombs, then I don't know. For me, it's maybe not
like
that
more
serious.
casual.
Yeah, that's a good point. Like, is he like swearing and complaining, or is he swearing and like talking stories?
Yeah. Like if it's funny and it's just like
and it's like
I don't know.
emphasizing and whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, he said he feels like he's sharing wisdom, and the parents were thankful. So it sounds like they're having
they have
very
a good
positive conversations.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I think it's more detrimental for a child to have absent parents than a man, a friendly man, just like laughing and dropping F-bombs. TBH, that's my opinion. But anyway.
I guess
That part.
as someone who cusses, I too
I'm
partake in
consistent.
the cussing.
I do like the F word.
I guess I totally understand like being your most authentic self and speaking your
Passionately.
passionately however you want. I also look at it as like you're still an adult, and with being an adult, time and place, bro. And now to know this kid is looking up to me.
Yeah.
His parents have like maybe his parents aren't around, but they are like it is something that they're considering or have thought of. I guess if I was him, I would find that happy medium. I'd have the conversation and be like, you can cuss with your close friends. Maybe I'll pull it back a little bit. Especially just knowing how this kid is placing me and the factors we just stated. He's 14. It's a important time. So I think I don't think he's bustos, but I think there's a happy medium.
There's
he
a
can find here.
responsibility.
Exactly.
There's a responsibility.
especially since the parents explicitly asked you. Just that one thing, right? Like, I think there should be a little bit of consideration for that.
Exactly.
Like, but I don't know. I'm the opposite. I don't swear, and I don't like hearing it. To be honest, like I very much what you were saying before about like there's so many other words you could choose. Like I very much think that. Like when I'm talking to someone and they're just like boom, boom, boom. I'm like, okay, this is a nightmare for me.
That's why I'm sweating.
And like, and I get it.
It's too much.
14-year-old, they might be smart enough. He said, like, I know not to swear. I know when and when not to swear. So it sounds like he has his bearings and he's old enough to understand that. I've experienced it where, sometimes my 5-year-old nephew will hear someone swear and I don't like it. So I think like for me, I don't like it generally. I guess if you're 14, it's a little more acceptable because I don't know.
Not
like
if you're my nephew.
Because he can, just what am I trying to say? Discern. But when you're a younger kid, like, I don't know. Like, I know it's about this particular circumstance, but for me, if I have to ask, I don't think you're bastos, but I do think you have a responsibility.
100%.
Since you put yourself in a position of authority with this child, you said you feel like you can impart wisdom on this person. So,
and also being able to see yourself in him.
Like what kind of role model would you have wanted growing up? Right?
And you want to make them better. Right? Like the next generation, you want to
don't be
and if you're the primary, like, because it sounds like he's the primary influence in this kid's life. He doesn't have friends, not tight with his father or whatever the case may be. Like, I don't know, man, just tighten it up a little.
Exactly.
Just a little. Like,
Listen, sailor, tighten up ship.
when people around me swear in front of my kids, I mean, they're not dropping F-bombs, but they'll swear. I'll be like, okay, it's fine. Like, because again, it's my responsibility as a parent to teach my children. So if you're an absent parent, then you're kind of letting the world determine how your child's going to behave or somebody else, right? So for me,
Mama Liz,
if someone swears and says that word, I'll be like, it's fine, whatever. Because I don't think the day I'm gonna pull them to the side and be like, that was not okay. But I'm not gonna tell you as an adult not to swear. You know what I mean?
Valid. Fair enough.
That's my perspective.
No, I get that.
But no, not bastos. But I do agree. You have a responsibility. Like, not be doing like the most. With your
like the F-bomb that's a big one. Like that's the word. Like,
I know when I'm around kids and like I'm talking to people and they're swearing, I'm like, language.
Always.
Language.
People do that to my kids.
Because they might not swear now.
Listen.
Listen.
And you don't know when it's gonna come out.
For sure.
But yes.
That was fun, guys.
Nice,
Thank you.
That was interesting.
So fun. So enjoyable.
So
good to be back.
So good to be full.
Exactly. You guys know where to find us. Same time, same place. Next week. Let's do it again. Holidays coming. Medyo busy pero.
Go live.
Until then, ingat.
Ingat.